At the Adopt-A-Family Christmas dinner in Toronto's St. Jamestown, residents are coming together to celebrate the season and pig out on great food. Literally. Organized by the Toronto City Mission, families in St. Jamestown enjoy an annual holiday feast. Everyone's encouraged to bring something, and as you can see, they don't play around. Andrew Schell is Executive Director of the Mission.
We work with the families all during the year. We know their circumstances, we know their economic circumstances, and we're really just trying to give them an opportunity to have a sense of control and dignity around the Christmas season. We do that by providing a certain amount of money per person in the family, expressed through gift certificates that we give them, and they actually have the control of saying which stores they want the certificates to. So then the parents can go out and actually buy things for their own kids rather than us buying the presents for the kids.
For just $70, donors all across the city can share in spreading the Christmas spirit.
It's $70 per person in the family. Like, for instance, a family of 4 would be $280. So it depends on what you budget for it. And there's a $30 gift certificate for a store, there's a $25 food voucher, again, to a store locally, and $15 goes towards the rest of the cost of the whole program, which includes like a community dinner like tonight, stocking stuffers for the kids that we put into their gift bags and that sort of thing. We assign them a family, we give them the first names of the various family members so they can personalize it. I think that's what most people want. They don't want to just turn over money. They want to have a feeling that they're actually making an impact on an individual family's lives. So we allow them that.
The Toronto City Mission has been around for 125 years working to end poverty.
We're actually the oldest mission in the city of Toronto. We were first incorporated in 1879. Since that time, most of our activities have been typical mission activities, soup kitchens, visiting the poor in prisons and in tenement houses and that sort of thing.
In 1995, the mission branched out, realizing they could reach more people by going into communities.
They decided to go out to where the poor were being displaced, primarily around public housing developments sprinkled all over the city.
And that's where Elita Fung comes in. Elita is a community missionary for the Toronto City Mission, and for almost 3 years, she's worked in St. Jamestown.
It's such a small little place that you could probably walk right across and just see buildings, but inside are so many different groups and peoples and families. A lot of people who have immigrated to Canada come here before they might move on or just stay. So there's a real sense of people trying to help each other and trying to help each other adjust and enjoy this community that they are a part of.
Elita isn't your typical community worker. Commuting in and out of St. Jamestown wasn't good enough for her. So with the help of the mission, she found an apartment and moved in.
And I was kind of reading a book by a man called Viv Grigg, and he talked about moving into the slums of Manila and talking about the importance of actually being there present and not just, coming in and then going out. And so just as Christ came and he didn't just come down and die on the cross and then left. He came and lived for 33 years, and for 3 of those years he spent solidly with people that he really wanted to disciple and grow close to.
Elita comes from what she describes as a typical suburb. In St. Jamestown, she says, neighbors reach out to one another.
Families coming together and being with their friends who are not necessarily their families, but who have gotten close together simply by being in this community. Those are some of the things that growing up in the suburbs myself that I didn't really get to see or experience, just people coming together and being there for each other.
St. Jamestown is the largest high-rise community in Canada. Built in the 1960s, the neighborhood consists of 19 high-rise buildings which house over 17,000 people, making it one of Canada's most densely populated areas. St. Jamestown is a mixture of private homes and government housing and is statistically a lower-income community. Culturally, it's also one of Canada's most diverse neighborhoods.
A lot of people see it and they're like, well, isn't it dangerous? Aren't there so many issues? And my take is always, if you look at St. Jamestown, it's all high-rises. And as much as there are probably problems that are hidden away, there are also so many good things that people don't see right off the bat and they don't get to experience unless they actually have gotten to know the people.
The Toronto City Mission has been in the St. Jamestown area for almost 10 years. Along with outreach, the mission has programs for families in the community. Elita, along with staff member Elliot Shin and a team of volunteers, run Kids Club.
Kids Club is a place where kids could feel safe, could feel belonging. It's a place where we have fun things like games and crafts, but we also have a time for them to do their homework, so that when they go home, the parents who are stressed after a whole day of work don't have to sit down and go through the homework while cooking dinner, while cleaning up.
The mission runs programs in 5 neighborhoods across the city: Malvern, Jane and Finch, Bridletown, Willow Tree, and St. Jamestown. Andrew Schell says each neighborhood is unique.
For instance, in Malvern, we focus on the arts, particularly music, because it draws the kids in. They're really attracted to that. In Jane Finch, we focused on a single mom's education program to help them get the high school equivalency. In St. Jamestown, we focus on tutoring and mentoring, because there may be a nuclear family with mother and father, but because of language difficulties, because of economic difficulties, they feel unable to help their kids in school, and that's why we help them.
Staff make it a point to share the faith the mission was founded on.
We do have, sharings from the Bible, and whether it's older kids and we have a discussion, or younger kids where we tell some stories and do some coloring. So just having those different avenues for our kids and for the teens as well to just experience God. There's definitely dialogue with some of the families who might not be as friendly about it or as comfortable with the idea. So there's always a chance that some kids might even want to just sit out of certain sections. But I think the love of Christ comes through actions, and it's not my job to make people believe. It's my job just to show what God has done in my life.
Leoni and Zenaida say there's no better community than the one in St. Jamestown. They've lived there since they first arrived from the Philippines. For both of these mothers, the mission and its staff are a vital part of the neighborhood and their lives.
On behalf of my husband, and even in behalf of the parents in our community, we are so very happy and we're proud that our children are part of this Toronto mission. In the first place, after school, we know where is our kids. We know what they're doing, and we know whom they are with.
They're doing their great job, and it's really big help for us, especially for me and my husband. I'm a full-time work and a full-time mother, and I have school, and both my husband do have full-time school, and Toronto City Mission is the only way, right?
Both say the negative image St. Jamestown has in the news media doesn't paint the whole picture.
I've been here since I came in Canada. Thanks God I'm still here. I'm alive. I raised my own family here. Everything is okay. Everywhere there is good, there is bad, there is good. We don't have to say it only in St. Jamestown, no. It's the way how you take your community.
I'm still alive right now. Yes. There's nothing. As long as you're doing right, as long as you don't hit somebody, as long as you work freely, you're free, you're safe. Nothing that St. Jamestown is safe for me.
Leoni and Zenaida describe Christmas in St. Jamestown as a time for food, family, and love.
Every 25th of December, we're going to church and pray like family, and then gather together with all the families here in Canada, friends, have a dinner, all together chatting. Yeah, that's our tradition, really.
That's important. We're not rich in money, at least deep inside. We're happy, we're comfortable. That is life. That's all.
Though you probably won't have this much food on the table, I hope you do enjoy good food, family, and friends. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. In St. Jamestown, I'm Bridget Antwi for 100 Huntley Street.